Hello students, we are dealing with nowadays the definitions of oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and reduction, these processes can be defined in different ways. Out of those ways, the first concept, classical concept, we are dealing with. If you can recall, in the last lecture, we discussed the definition of oxidation and reduction according to classical concept. And in that lecture, I gave you the idea that oxidation and reduction reactions are complementary. These reactions always take place simultaneously. Let me give you example to prove the statement that oxidation cannot take place without reduction. Both are simultaneous, both are complementary reactions. They go side by side. So we can take so many examples. We have a list of examples. Let me mention the example. This is zinc oxide. If I heat this zinc oxide with carbon, carbon is a very good reducing agent. Then it will give us zinc and CO. Okay, so this is the reaction. In this reaction, if you see what is going on, in this process, there is removal of oxygen. It involves removal of oxygen. If oxygen is removed, the process is called reduction. Why is oxygen removed from zinc oxide? Because carbon has more affinity and it will take that oxygen and carbon will gain this oxygen. So carbon will be converted to CO. So in this there is gain of oxygen, and if oxygen is added in this, so it is called oxidation. It is called oxidation. Both are complementary. Why both are complementary? Zinc oxide will lose oxygen if some other species is ready to gain that oxygen. Okay, so they both are complementary, and is going to gain the oxygen if zinc oxide, if other species is ready to lose that. One is willing to gain oxygen, then only other will lose oxygen. If we'll say zinc oxide changes to zinc and oxygen, something like that, so it is not possible practically. Zinc oxide, why will it lose oxygen? It will not lose. It will lose if other will demand. So one is losing oxygen, other is gaining oxygen because of their nature. So it is going to lose oxygen because carbon is ready to gain oxygen. Okay, so both are complementary. Both are simultaneous processes. So this explanation we have according to classical concept. Before starting with the next concept, that is electronic concept. Electronic concept is a modern concept. It is primitive. It is a classical concept. It has so many limitations. It has large number of limitations, students. Okay, let me give you a few limitations. Let me give you one limitation. Okay, if sodium and hydrogen ion combine, and sodium hydride we are going to have. Okay, just check it out. It looks like that in this sodium is going from neutral sodium to sodium hydride. So in this process, it looks like that hydrogen is added. And the process when hydrogen is added, the process in which hydrogen is added is a reduction process. But students, in real, sodium is not undergoing reduction. Sodium is rather undergoing oxidation that can never be proved with the help of classical concept. I am repeating my statement. by taking this example, I want to prove that classical concept is not up to the mark. It has so many limitations. I'm just giving you one simple example to prove that classical concept has limited scope. Okay, what is this? Sodium plus hydrogen giving rise to sodium hydroxide. If we'll go strictly according to classical concept, then it looks like that sodium is gaining hydrogen. Gain of hydrogen is reduction. But since the fact is sodium is undergoing oxidation in this process, I'm going to prove this statement that sodium is undergoing oxidation in next two concepts. Okay, so here always remember, when anybody will ask for, you have been given this particular equation, select the substance undergoing oxidation or reduction, or select the oxidizing agent and reducing agent in this. So please follow, okay, either electronic concept or the best one is oxidation number concept. Please do not use classical concept. For these type of questions, it will be wrong, so it is of limited scope. So please don't use it. In general, okay, it is addition of oxygen is oxidation and addition of hydrogen is reduction, that we know. Okay, so this is. Now after this particular case, okay, if this is reduction and this process is oxidation, if I ask select the oxidizing and reducing agent, so if it is oxidation, if the process is showing oxidation, then bacho, this is reducing agent and this is undergoing reduction, so this is oxidizing agent. And this according we can prove according to definition also. Reducing agent is a substance that helps in reduction, that helps in removal of oxygen. Okay, it's a reducing agent because it's helping in reduction. And why is it called oxidizing agent? Because it is supplying oxygen. So definitions, so we have discussed, proved by taking this example, but फिर same suggestion बच्चों, बहुत अच्छे methods आएंगे, oxidation number methods, the best one to select the substance undergoing oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent. Okay, always use a method with which all the answers will be correct. गलत नहीं लिखते बस. So with this, classical concept is done. I'm just starting with new concept, that is electronic concept. But before starting electronic concept, let me discuss two problems. One problem I have given to you, that is the problem of bleaching powder. And students, one problem one student has given to me, and the problem of that student, let me discuss. Student has asked about carbon suboxide. Student is asking, how can I satisfy the valency of each and every element if I am making covalent bonds with them? So pay attention. Carbon has atomic number 6. Its electronic configuration is 2,4. It has 4 electrons, the valence of it. Oxygen has atomic number. This is atomic number, bacho, and this is electronic configuration. So 2,6 is the electronic configuration of oxygen. So carbon suboxide I discussed, okay, in the previous lectures, okay, but student is asking, okay, explain the same structure by taking their valence electrons. So I am taking. Just pay attention for this structure. I discussed with you. Now students, this carbon has 4 valence electrons. It's going to use those 4 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This carbon also has 4 valence electrons. Okay. And with the help of these 2 electrons, of this carbon and these 2 electrons, they'll make double bond. Okay. Same is the case with third carbon. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 4 valence electron. And I think so everybody knows at this level that in the bond formation always valence electrons participate, inner electrons do not participate. So double bond and double bond. So I have shown you around each carbon 4 valence electrons. Okay, and with the help of this we are making bond. Now is the turn of oxygen. Oxygen has 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now with this it's going to make double bond again with carbon, and similarly the same explanation we can give to this oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons around this oxygen we have shown. With these 2 electrons is making double bond with carbon. Why double bond? By doing so, octet of each and every element is completed. Okay, why we are making double bond every time? Because by making double bond, octet of each and every atom is completed. Let me prove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons of oxygen, and these 2 are shared. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 around this. 8 around this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 around this carbon. This carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around this oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this way octet of each and every atom is completed, and in the formation of this substance we have used only valence electrons. So this is the covalent structure of carbon suboxide. After this, one homework I have given to you, that was the example of bleaching powder. But this is again a type of exceptional configuration in our list. Okay, this example we should have all the time. It's important, pay attention. Again, how can I prove the oxidation state of chlorine? 2 different oxidation state of chlorine, pay attention. Maybe you have done this question because it was given as homework. Now students, calcium, this bleaching powder, we have calcium. So students, we have 2 anions to satisfy this valency. Pay attention everyone. Okay, it's if you will go according to the rules, now you know what I'm talking about. This is +2 and this is -2. If you go according to the rules, then this calcium we know is all the time +2. This oxygen we know is -2. And if I write X, and if I try to calculate the oxidation state of this chlorine, then I'm starting with +2 -2 plus 2x is equal to 0. Okay, in this way. So you can easily check. 2x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. The oxidation state of this chlorine is 0. How can it be 0? Let me prove it. In actual, to satisfy 2 positive charge of calcium, we do not have 2 chloride ions. We have 2 different anions. This anion is called chloride ion. This anion is called hypochlorite ion. This anion is called chloride ion. This is called hypochlorite ion. Don't worry about the names. You just concentrate that in bleaching powder. If we have cation with 2 positive charge, so in order to neutralize this 2 positive charge, we should have 2 negative charges. 1 negative charge we have on Cl, that is why it's chloride ion, and other negative we have on hypochlorite. But this can be written as such, and this can be written within bracket. This negative charge on OCl altogether we have. So now, up I am looking for oxidation state of chlorine in this. In the first case, it is -1 clearly visible. Okay, and oxidation state of chlorine in ClO negative strengths. Okay, OCl negative you can write. Both things are same, or OCl negative. So I should write within bracket because we know how to calculate the oxidation state. So I am calculating stress now. ClO negative. It is X and is minus 2. So how can we calculate? I am solving here. X minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So X is equal to minus 1 plus 2. Taken this time. So X is coming out to be minus 1. X is coming out to be minus 1. X is coming out to be plus 1 rather. It's coming out to be plus 1. That means one chlorine is minus 1, other chlorine is plus 1. Two different oxidation state this chlorine shows. And if I take the average oxidation state, so it's very simple. This is minus 1 and this is plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1, charges will be cancelled and oxidation state net will be 0. So that 0 oxidation state is an average. Otherwise, 2 chlorine that we have in bleaching powder shows 2 different oxidation states. One is minus 1 in this way and other is plus 1 in hypochlorite ion. So this is for your knowledge. Okay, it's a very important competitive question. Okay, they directly write that in bleaching powder. It's a very common question. In bleaching powder, write down what is the oxidation state of 2 chlorine atoms. Okay, so you should know minus 1 in the form of chloride and plus 1 if it's a part of hypochlorite ion. This is the last example of that category. So I have solved both the problems. One problem was given to you as homework. One problem was given to me. So I have solved both. Now let's start with modern concept. In this modern concept, the first concept is electronic concept to define, to discuss oxidation and reduction again. I should say this is a second way to define oxidation and reduction. What is the way, stress? What is the name given to this way? It is called electronic concept. Listen carefully. This is the second way to define oxidation and reduction. So, according to electronic concept, what is oxidation? Everybody pay attention. According to electronic concept, oxidation is a process. That involves loss of one or more electrons. Oxidation is a process that involves loss of electrons. Okay, either one electron is lost or in the process 2 electrons are lost or 3. Overall it is called oxidation process. Okay, now due to loss of electrons, what will happen? Always remember, there is increase in positive charge. Let me prove it. Let me come back again to the word oxidation. Let me define oxidation again according to classical concept. Try to understand each and every word that we are using. Try to go through all the examples that we are dealing with. Again, oxidation. Oxidation is a process that involves loss of electron. Okay, either there is a loss of one electron or number of electrons. We are not rigid in this. And if something is removed, so there is a word DE we can use, like dehydration. We know it's a loss of water. So it is now loss of electron. So the oxidation process may also be called de-electronation. You should know this word also. अगर definition ऐसी आ गई, define de-electronation according to electronic concept. तो बच्चों de-electronation पता होना चाहिए. So oxidation is the loss of electron. It may also be called de-electronation. Okay. Due to the loss of electron or electrons, there is increase in positive charge. Let me prove it. Sodium. We all know that if I am writing sodium, so I am saying sodium is a neutral atom. We know what is it. So why is it neutral? Why is sodium neutral? 10th में बताया आपको. Okay. Why is sodium neutral? Because in this, total number of protons always equal to total number of electrons. Okay, that is why it is neutral. But if I remove one electron from this, if I am removing one negative from this, okay, that means it will require what? One positive charge. This process is called oxidation. Why is it oxidation or how is it oxidation? Because in this process there is loss of electron. I am explaining first of all only oxidation. Then I will explain reduction only. Then I will explain redox reaction. So listen carefully what is oxidation. When there is a loss of electron, then it will require one positive, because if one negative is out, it will have less, this species left will have less number of electrons, more proton. And overall if I will add them, then I am going to have neutral. मतलब दोनों तरफ charges are always balanced. Okay. Similarly, if magnesium 282, it loses. You know that you should know the electronic configuration of magnesium 282. If it is losing 2 electrons, what you will be left with? You will be left with Mg2 positive. So this process is also oxidation because it involves loss of electrons. Now you can easily see whenever electrons are lost, always there is increase on that species. There is increase of positive charge on that species. Now similarly, due to the loss of electron, there is decrease in negative charge on that species. There is decrease in negative charge on that species. Giving you an example. If you have Cl negative, there is already a negative charge on this. That means it has extra negative charge. If this chloride ion loses one electron, it will become chlorine atom. Its negative charge is decreasing. Now similarly, if S2 negative, students, this is called chlorine atom, this is called chloride ion. This is called sulfide ion. Okay, what is this ion called? You should know everything. Sulfide ion. If it loses 2 electrons, then we are going to have sulfur. Due to this process, there is decreasing negative charge. One more example I am taking in order to make this concept clear. MnO4 2 negative. This is called manganate ion. If it loses 1 electron, then it turns to MnO4 negative. Okay, just see, isn't it negative charge is decreasing? So due to the loss of 1 electron or number of electrons, there is always increase in positive charge observed and decrease in negative charge observed. Okay, you can check. These examples are all examples are indicating that the processes we are dealing with are the typical examples of oxidation process. Okay, you can easily check. Oxidation is a process that involves loss of electron or electrons. Just check. So what is reduction? Reduction is just opposite to the process that you are dealing with. I am just starting directly with reduction. So we can make changes here only. So in order to obviously if we'll show changes here only, then the things will be easier and we can easily learn and understand the things. So now let me start with what is reduction. Let me explain first of all what is reduction. Reduction is a process that involves gain of one or more electrons. Obviously reduction वो process है जिसमें electrons gain होते हैं, एक हो दो हो, जिसमें electrons add करते हैं हम किसी भी substance में, okay, तो वो process reduction कहलाती है. It is addition, so the process is called electronation. Now you can easily learn D मतलब removal, de-electronation मतलब oxidation in which electrons are lost. In this there is gain of electrons, so this is reduction. So you can check. Now due to gain of electron, what will happen? Both the things will be written other way round. Due to gain of electron. Now what will happen? You guess, I am writing first of all the examples. In Na positive, if electron is added, we are going to have sodium. In Mg2 positive, if electrons will be added, then it will be Mg. So what is going on? Okay, what is going on? Let me write one more example. In Fe3 positive, if one electron is added, what you are going to have? Think. In Fe3 positive, if one electron is added, so its one positive charge will be neutralized by one negative charge of electron. Then charge we are going to have is Fe2 positive. Do not think it will be Fe4 positive. Never. सोच लो मैं क्या कह रही हूँ. One negative electron is going to neutralize one positive charge on this iron. So what you will be left with? We are left with only two positive charge because one positive is neutralized by electron. So due to the gain of electron, you can easily see there is decrease in positive charge. There is decrease in positive charge always due to the addition of electron. And students, similarly, there is increase in negative charge whenever electron is added or electrons are added. For example, chlorine is neutral. If it gains one electron, it will become chloride. This chlorine atom, it doesn't have any charge. Now its charge is increasing, and with charge is increasing, negative charge. Sulfur gains 2 electrons to form sulfide ion. Negative charge is increasing. Similarly, students, MnO4 negative. If one electron is added, -1 and -1. So together we are going to have MnO4 2 negative. So due to gain of electron, always increasing negative charge, and there is decreasing positive charge observed. So you can easily check, and please learn right now what is the definition of oxidation and reduction according to electronic concept. Please do not forget, do not mix the definition. Oxidation को reduction की जगह ना लिख देना, reduction को oxidation की जगह ना लिख देना. Okay, in short I can explain what is oxidation. ऐसे याद कर लो. Oxidation is loss of electron. You can learn in this way. You should have the way strains, but always remember, गलती नहीं करते. Okay, learn the way you want, but please learn in the proper way. Do not do any mistake. Oxidation is loss of electron. You can learn like this. Reduction is gain of electron. You can learn like this. That means you need to learn two words and definition you can combine. So what is oxidation? Oxidation is a process that involves loss of electron. Oxidation is loss of electron. Reduction is gain of electron. Okay, find out your own way, otherwise you can learn in this way. Okay, definition of oxidation and reduction. Finished. Now students, after this, define oxidizing agent or oxidant. define reducing agent or reductant. Okay, now let's start with. These definitions are also very important. Okay, in order to deal these definitions, let us recall first of all again the definition of oxidation. Oxidation is a process that involves loss of electron. The substance which is undergoing oxidation that involves loss of electron. Why that substance is losing electron? Because some other substance is ready to gain those electrons. Okay, one substance will lose electron if other is ready to gain those electrons. So oxidizing agent is not a substance which is losing electron. Oxidizing agent is a substance which is ready to gain those electrons which are lost by the substance undergoing oxidation. So oxidizing agent or oxidant is a substance that is going to, that can gain electron or electrons. Oxidizing agent is a substance which can gain electrons. If the substance is gaining the electron, then only the other substance is getting oxidized. तो ये उसकी ऑक्सीडेशन में हेल्प कर रहा है by gaining electron. तो इस substance को हम बोलेंगे oxidizing agent. Now students, reducing agent. You can easily see reduction is a process that involves gain of electron. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कौन कब करेगा, किस सिचुएशन में करेगा? जब एक सब्सटेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करेगा. So what is reducing agent? Reduction में the electrons are to be gained. So how can the species gain electron? Because other is ready to lose those electrons. So reducing agent or reductant is a substance that can lose electron or electrons. The substance which is ready to lose electron will be gained by the substance which is undergoing reduction. Okay, तो reduction की definition reducing agent की definition कभी match नहीं करती. Reduction is a different thing and reducing agent is a different thing. If reduction is a process that involves gain of electron, then reducing agent is a substance that can lose electrons. Oxidation if is a loss of electron, then oxidizing agent is a substance that can gain electrons. So please do not mix the definitions. These are very, very different type of definitions. Please concentrate and learn. Done. After this, last topic of electronic concept. Last topic under electronic concept. The way we discussed oxidation and reduction, that they are simultaneous reaction or complementary, exactly in the similar way. Now we are going to prove that again oxidation and reduction are complementary, but now according to electronic concept. So pay attention and just have a look again. 4 definitions we have discussed. What is oxidation? That involves loss of electron. What is reduction? That involves gain of electron. What is oxidizing agent? Is a substance that can gain electron or electrons. Reducing agent is a substance that can lose electron or electrons. After this topic, students, last of all, now again the same heading, oxidation and reduction reactions are simultaneous reactions or complementary reactions. Let us prove according to electronic concept. In order to prove it, okay, let me mention first one rule first of all. What is that? You deal with any redox reaction. Always remember, in these redox reaction, total number of electrons lost by a process by 1/2 is equal to total number of electrons gained. जरूर पता होना चाहिए. In any redox reaction, if you're writing a complete redox reaction, so in this redox reaction, total number of electrons lost will always be equal to total number of electrons gained. Let me prove it with the help of one example. Okay, example is a little bit tedious time, but it's not tedious as such. You need to understand it well. Sodium plus chlorine is giving us NaCl. It's not a big deal. You know what I have written. Strings is not balanced. Balance it. I'll write 2 here. I'll write 2 here. Okay. Now students, write down the oxidation state of each and every element or its symbol. This is 0. Why it is 0? Because the substance is in its elementary state. We have discussed already. Elementary state में oxidation state of element is always 0. The first rule of oxidation number is again elementary substance is 0. Now stress is +1 and it's -1. You can easily check. What is going on if sodium is going from left, right? What is going on? Now there is increase in positive charge. Increase in positive charge means what? There is loss of electron, and if it is loss of electron, then it must be oxidation. You can easily check. Now this chlorine is giving us Cl negative. I'm just highlighting you which part is oxidation half, which part is reduction half. Then we'll write it separately. Then what is this? In chlorine, charge is 0. Now it's -1. Chlorine neutral will get -1 charge if it involves the gain of electron. There is gain of electrons we have. Okay, and that is why maybe electron 1 is added, or according to balancing 2 electrons are added, that we are going to prove. And this process is called what? Reduction. That means sodium is undergoing oxidation and strains. Chlorine is undergoing reduction. Okay, further. Now students, let us discuss what is oxidizing agent and what is reducing agent. Okay, out of these two, which one is oxidizing agent and which one is reducing agent? This is oxidation. Okay, this species is losing electron and is gaining. Okay, this species is losing electron, it's showing oxidation, okay, and helping in reduction. So that is why it is called, it is reducing agent. You can check the definition. Okay, which can lose electron is reducing agent. Now what is this? It is reduction. Okay, that means electrons are gained. If electrons are gained in this case, so it is behaving like oxidizing agent. कितना आसान है समझना. जो ऑक्सीडेशन शो कर रहा होता है वो रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट है, जो रिडक्शन शो कर रहा होता है वो ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है. Okay, the species which is undergoing oxidation is reducing agent because it is helping in the reduction half, and the substance which is showing reduction is oxidizing agent. अब confusion है ही कहाँ? जो reduction show करता है वो oxidizing agent है, जो oxidation show करता है वो reducing agent है. So there is no confusion. Always remember. That means हमें सिर्फ select करना है कौन सा substance oxidize हो रहा है, कौन सा reduce हो रहा है. अगर हमें पता है कौन सा ऑक्सीडाइज हो रहा है, कौन सा रिड्यूस हो रहा है, तो जो ऑक्सीडाइज्ड होगा वो रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट है, जो रिड्यूस होगा वो ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है. ऑलवेज. सो therefore if in this process it is losing the electron because other one is gaining, it's gaining the electron because this one is losing. Okay, so that is why we can say oxidation and reduction, they are complementary reactions. Okay, and sometimes according to this concept, sometimes it's called that redox reactions are just electron transfer reaction, because in oxidation reduction there is loss and gain of electrons involved. Okay, so this is all about electronic concept. After electronic concept, in next lecture, that is going to the most important lecture, we are going to study a very important concept, that is definition of oxidation and reduction by oxidation number method. There's a best one to select. We'll discuss the definition, we'll practice a lot. Do not miss that lecture. Okay, so please go through all the lectures one by one. Okay, and if you have any doubt, most welcome to ask the questions.